Hello, my sweethearts. This is Riku Keyblade Master back once again with an update on the whole Chris Rock and Will Smith controversy. Well, this is really awkward because I'm kind of torn here, but leaning more towards one side. When the slap in the face occurred, he totally deserved it. And I know the Academy Awards said that they don't condone violence of any kind or whatever, but there have been other incidents in the past where they have let violence slip. They took back his Oscar, basically, and then they decided to do a full investigation. Then they decided, nope, let's do a full investigation before we do it. But the thing is, my main point is, the guy that slapped Chris Rock in the face, Will Smith, he was defending his wife, who was obviously going through some very horrid time. And the joke was, yikes. It seemed harmless enough at first till you realize, oh, this has been 2 years. This has been 2 years since, he's been doing the same shtick for 2 years. So I think he deserved a slap in the face. And didn't deserve to get his award swiped back because he slapped someone in the face for defending his wife. Like I said, there have been violent encounters at every award ceremony in the past. Well, almost every, but this is the one that broke the camel's back where they said they weren't going to let it slide. That's only because it happened to a disabled person. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. I can understand if someone, made fun of somebody else without a disability, okay? But he was defending his wife, for God's sake. Like I said, and he did not deserve that. Chris Rock, on the other hand, he did deserve it. Although the good thing is Chris Rock isn't going to press any charges. He must have known, oh, shoot. Yeah. 2 years, I knew something was going to come up. He should have known he was going to get something done to him. It was pretty bad when you can't even... I don't remember any other instances where they made fun of a disabled person at any of the Academy Awards. This is the first instance that I remember. So the Academy Awards need to issue an apology to Will Smith. They need to issue an apology to Will Smith, and sure, Will Smith's got tons of awards, but, and you would think, oh, what's one trophy? You know what? He earned that trophy. That's, they weren't judging sportsmanship, for crying out loud. Because other fights have broken out in other award ceremonies. I mean, while people were walking down the red carpet, there was one year, I can't remember, these two got into a fight, and it was like they were practically rolling down the red carpet. Jeez. That took a whole new meaning to rolling down the red carpet. Am I right? Besides, they needed the ratings anyway. They were losing people. They were debating on whether to do the award show in the first place anymore because of it. Because they were losing people in ratings, and that skyrocketed everything. So, if anything, they should be grateful that happened, for one. And two, they need to start standing up for people with disabilities. It's not fair. It's not right. And it's gone on for far too long. Also, I mean, if I was in Will Smith's position, like I told my mom, that's like you smacking somebody in the face for making fun of me. And my mom's like, yeah, I know, I would. Vice versa. I would do the same thing if someone was making fun of her for her disabilities. And I know, like, my aunt, for example, her vision's kind of going downhill. She can't see to drive in the dark, so she has to make it home before it gets dark outside. Which, I get that. Visibility in the dark can be very frustrating. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, if she turns on her headlights, she should have no problem. Well, you would think, but no. Like I said, driving in the pitch black, I wouldn't even do it. And for good reason. And, it's just, yikes. And my grandma, she needs new bifocals, but, due to this COVID nonsense, she hasn't been to the eye doctor in such a long time. Like I said with me, I gave up going to the eye doctor because of the fact that there's nothing that would help me at all. I got shattered like a mirror when they told me regular glasses weren't going to help me. Well, anyway, the point is, they condoned violence in the past, so don't let them shit you. Do not let them shit you. Do not let them fool you. They let violence slip in the past. I think it's just because someone was making fun of somebody who was disabled that they let it slide. They let it slide and they let the other one get away. The one making fun of him get away. And that's not right. And another thing that's not right Illinois is passing a thing to ban ghost guns. Here's the thing. On one hand, I get it. But on the other hand, you know what? What if you can't afford to get registered and you need a self-defense weapon bad, especially if you're living in a really shitty neighborhood like I was for a few years? You know, I mean, when I was little, too, there was a lot of crime sprees going on. Even back when I lived in Comanche, there was a lot of crime sprees going on. Everywhere I lived, I'm like, oof. Then when my brother left for the Marines, he straight up told me up and down, you need to get a defense weapon. And, you know, it's not right that they are doing this, because if people need one really bad but can't afford one, then that means it's a life that was just lost because they couldn't make a ghost gun to defend themselves when they needed to. And that's on the government right there. That's totally not cool. And that's one step closer to taking away the Second Amendment. You know, because it costs a lot to get registered. Plus, it costs a lot to fix the weapon if something gets jammed, and, you know, it's just horrible because, you know, you can't avoid shootings. They're everywhere. So I wish the government would just give it up. Hell, you know, the more... I mean, yeah, I get it. The population density is decreasing because of shootings. I get it. But at the same time, you need to shoot to protect yourself. You know, not everyone has a plexiglass barrier that they can hide behind. It's a load of bullshit. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I've got 3 more days of staying with my grandma. It's going to be a brutal battle of hell because I just, on one hand, I don't like change. But on the other hand, you know, I love my grandma, but sometimes your grandparents or even your parents can be a bit too pushy on you and thinking they know more than you when you've obviously been through more than they think you have. Like, for example, I'm about to turn 28 this summer on July 1st, but in reality, I could be a hell of a lot older than that. Maybe I'm actually an elder reincarnated into this. You know, maybe I was Cleopatra. Who knows? In my past life. In any cases, I've been places and seen things that I can easily recall. I just can't remember who I was. You know? And that's not uncommon. Where you can remember an incident, but you don't remember who you were. That's not uncommon. But anyway, guys, until next time, I've been Riku Keyblade Master. Comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder, and stay awesome as usual. If anyone has any other deals going on, like, I know tonight I'm supposed to be having like really bad thunderstorms, so that's why I'm doing this now. I'll see you guys. This whole week's gonna be brutal because there's little patches of snow here and there coming down, and hopefully it's not gonna be cold enough to stick. Snow mixed with rain turns them to sleep though, and that's what I'm gonna be worried about. But I definitely will see you guys whenever I can. Comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder. Stay awesome as usual. Peace. I love you all. Stay safe and awesome.